Welcome back, South Asians. You're watching Good Evening South Asia with Shaayan. And it's time now for our segment Beyond Headlines, where we would review the tourism industry of India in 2010 and how it fared in the year. Well, Indian tourism industry is booming. The year 2010 saw a marked increase in tourist inflow to the country and the region. 2010 also saw the largest event in India in the shape of the Commonwealth Games. Although the CWG might have disappointed the tourism board, the year-end review shows that there has been a double-digit rise here. There's a review of the India's tourism review for the year that just ended. Take a look. Indian tourism is shining. The brand Incredible India had attracted close to 5 million outstation visitors in 2010. But then, there were grey areas too. For instance, the prestigious Commonwealth Games failed to woo 1 lakh visitors, a target set by the tourism board. The Incredible India campaign attracted 4.93 million foreign tourists in 2010 as compared to 4.46 million in 2009. This is a significant rise of 10.4%. The year 2010 began on a promising note with the new Visa on Arrival scheme, or VOA. The main aim of this was to lure tourists from Singapore, Finland, New Zealand, Luxembourg and Japan. The VOA records show maximum tourists came from Singapore, followed by New Zealand, Japan and Finland. Encouraged by the response, the VOA scheme is being extended for 5 more countries from January 2011. The countries are Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar and Philippines. Again, foreign exchange earnings from tourism stood at 57,850 crore rupees compared to 47,918 crore rupees on 2009. This is a positive growth of 20.7%. A massive campaign was carried out to promote India as a host country for the Commonwealth Games. While radio spots and road shows were launched in the overseas market, TV commercials, billboard ads were unleashed in domestic market for the Games. Despite branding considerably well, the CWG did fail to impress most foreigners due to politics involving the game. Also, the media highlighting the shortcomings of Delhi Commonwealth Games might have ruined the Games as a tourist hotspot. The number of new hotels too was limited prior to the Games, but the fact is that there was no shortage of hotel rooms during the event. The Tourism Ministry issued license to 450 fully trained tourist guides to cater to these growing number of foreign tourists in India. The number, experts claim, is insignificant compared to the number of tourist destinations in India. The Ministry of Tourism provided central assistance for training of service providers like tourist taxi drivers, auto drivers and immigration personnel in Delhi, NCR region and Agra for making them tourist-friendly and hospitable during the Games. Another feature to Indian tourism was the launching of India's first seaplane service in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The 8-seaters have the potential of making travelling easy between the various pristine islands on the Bay of Bengal. Now moving on to the top tourist destinations in India, a recent survey informs us that destinations like the tea gardens of Munnar in southern India, Manali in Himachal Pradesh, the ancient town of Hampi or the garden city of Bangalore attracts the most tourists. Indian tourism industry, despite the lack of a centralized mechanism, is looking up. What makes India incredible is both its affordability and the potential as a tourist destination. Well, and that was our package where we missed. And to discuss with us on this issue, We have with us a Western India chairman of the Travel Agents Federation of India. His name is Mr. Anil Punjabi. Hello, Mr. Punjabi.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Very happy New Year to your viewers.
Oh, happy New Year to you too, sir. You're welcome to Good Evening, South Asia.
Good evening.
Well, sir, we are discussing about how the Indian tourism industry fared in the year 2010. So the first question that I would like to put to you is, how do you see the rise in the tourism industry? There has always been a double-digit rise in the industry, sir.
Yeah, it's very encouraging. We see there's a growth coming in for the Indian tourism. Reasons being very obvious, the economy showing very positive in this part of the country, and not much from the Commonwealth Games side, but definitely there is a growth. People are looking at India because all said and done, we are the safest country, you can call it. So there is an encouraging factor going up. The airlines are coming out with special fares and all. So that is very encouraging. We see a double increase in this.
Absolutely, sir. And this is what we are focusing on today. So, this is one of our main focus, and that is, why did the CWG brand fail in attracting tourists to India?
Well, there are a lot of reasons to that, sir. First, we need to understand that what went wrong on the total setup on that. There was definitely a decline on that. What the tour operators were expecting a boom on that, but last minute things really fell apart. The first thing was the bridge which beamed out, which was very bad publicity from the surrounding games.
So you think that the bad media coverage, the bad publicity affected the tourism industry?
It did that for a certain extent. Then was a lot of visa problems which the foreigners were facing. Only few countries are allowed visa on arrival, and that was discouraging to get visas. Visas are not easily available from the Indian side from there.
Yeah, on this issue of visa on arrival, I'll just draw your attention to the South Asian countries. This system has been is being adopted by even Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is adopting this visa on arrival system, and then Indians are also extending it to a few more countries in the year 2010. So do you think it will give a spurge in the tourism industry in all the South Asian countries if they go and adopt this policy?
What we see is another 15 to 16 countries coming into the fold where visa on arrival will be available.
Absolutely.
I think that will be really encouraging once that is a thing, but we need to have our infrastructure ready for that to welcome such tourists. So it is a boom coming in if that visa on arrival is done. But has to be reciprocal, because the Indians are looking at the same countries if they are allowed to go and travel visa on arrival.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. Well, coming back to the problems that the tourism industry is facing in India, well, the tourists often complain that when they come to India, as you said, there are a lot of visa problems, there are customs duty, and they also have a problem with the cleanliness of toilets and places.
Yes, I agree with it. There's a room of improvement everywhere. We need more awareness and civic sense coming into the people's mind. The government, the staff, the travelers have to get together, get things done. So
even the security part, Mr. Punjabi?
The security part obviously can be enhanced on that. Definitely there is place for improvement on that. But definitely we are not on that level. But our security is much better than most of the countries, and things are taken care. If you pass through the airport, you will see our security is very, very good. It takes care of a lot of things, and there are no loopholes, I can say. But there is room for improvement.
Absolutely, sir. Well, those were all the issues that were plaguing the tourism industry. Now we come to the positive point. What exactly do you think are the reasons of a recent spurge in the tourism industry?
What I can see is this. Where India is concerned, that tourism is all about bringing people together.
Absolutely. And
is the increase of people understanding to each other's values, way of life, and bringing communities close together. So where the culture and the tradition is concerned, Indian is on the first. They are the most warm person we can say in Indian garden.
Absolutely. Our slogan is Atithi Devo Bhava.
To our tourism and raising living standards within our community on the country, so that generates more tourism compared to other countries.
Absolutely. The tourism industry slogan in India is Atithi Devo Bhava.
So absolutely. Our guest is like God to our country.
Absolutely, sir. What are the places in India, the tourism in this tourism sector is booming?
Booming, we can see we have an evergreen sector like Goa, Vaishno Devi, Switzerland in India, which is Kashmir, Jammu and Simla, which things can be better. But we have a lot of things in India, a lot of things. You need the beaches, you need the mountains. You have everything here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so these were all the places that are seeing a boom in the tourism industry now. Can you go ahead and highlight about all those places in which the tourism industry may have been in a better place had it been marketed well enough?
Well, at one time it was, but some places like Gujarat, it was not tapped. But when we have our brand ambassador, where honorary chief minister has appointed Mr. Amitabh Bachchan on this, so things have been really focused and people are selling on this. Well, we can talk about our West Bengal. Things are getting changed. Things are looking better. We have a lot of richness in the city. We on the eastern side, lot to offer on that. Not to forget about the northern part. We have lot to offer where Rajasthan is concerned. We have one of the wonders, the Taj Mahal, which is so exciting. People are coming again, and repeated passengers are coming. So you can say all north, south, east has been covered so well. Yes, definitely there is room for improvement. The Ministry of Tourism is working hard on this, and we can say by 2020 the tourism industry will be on the top of the biggest industry, you can call it,
right,
the biggest world industry.
Absolutely, sir. Another question that I want to ask you is, I want to draw your attention to the condition of the tourism sector in the valley. It's been seen a recent spurge as the winter session has begun and the snowfall is there. But because of the unrest that was going on in the valley, the tourism sector there, was that affected?
Yes, sir, it was affected. That is the area of concern. We need to really be plan out the things just before the high season starts, where we have been really not concentrating. We appeal to the government, which during the season time where a lot of snows and people get stranded and there's problems for people to travel. There's a food problem, then we take help from the army or something, and they are trapped in a way that they have to cut short their holiday and come back.
Absolutely.
Yes, we concern that on that. I think in the next season coming up, we have given a plan to the government saying that these are the areas we have to look after and have a smooth sailing for future travelers.
Absolutely. We all hope that the tourism sector in the country sees more uprise. And what do you think? What would be the condition in 2011?
Well, I'm sure things will be better than today what it is, because we are all learning from our mistakes, and the tourism, the tour operators are going on buyers and sellers meet outside the country to see what they have and what infrastructure they are following, where we can improve, we can learn from them also. We come back, put our minds together, we are going to change things. I think 2011 will be much better for our tourism.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Punjabi, for sharing your valuable views with us. Well, viewers, that was Mr. Anil Punjabi. He is the chairman of the Western India Travel Agents Federation, and he said that 2011 looks to be a much more promising, and the mistakes that had happened in 2010 would not be repeated. People are learning from the mistakes, and the tourism industry would see more boom.